want to speak on why it's so important for the chosen to speak our truth, to be ourselves, 100% authentic. Every time, most of us feel, as we know, we feel lonely. You know what I'm saying? Until we run across other people who going through the same type of experiences, and then we see, damn, we it's other people out here just like us that's actually going through the being targeted, being going through the same stuff, having these spiritual experiences that we can't really express to nobody else, or just seeing the lies, and you'll feel lonely. Even us, some of us with certain habits and stuff that we still like. I still smoke, and that's why I like to show that I still smoke, because some people, once they reach certain levels, they forget where they came from, and that they was having that connection and on the path the same way. You know what I'm saying? But we know our heart is a certain way, and that's and certain frequencies that we just always been on, regardless of where we was at. The Most High came to get us from where we was at, and it's a path, and it's good for us to just speak on that, man, and to see so many of us in different positions, and man, I'm telling you, as somebody who is at the damn near the highest position, most people would dream of being at, let alone experiencing, and then to go through something and come back down, and go through different loops and still be able to see young people that's speaking about experiences that I not only have but have had, and just to see them on a path, man, it helps so much, man. It helps so much, man. um, and it give us a home, it give us a space, and we creating that space by speaking, and not holding things in, and being ourselves, and doing it with a unbiasedly, like, what I'm saying, to is the best way, I say, what I'm saying. But even some of us that speak, I can identify. I know how they feel, what I'm saying, to know these things and to see these things and be trying to express it and get it through people's head. And yeah, sometimes you gotta speak straight up hardcore, and I actually love that. I actually love that about people. But some people delicate, and they might get, you know, and they know. It's not even that they just delicate. It's like, son, if I'm just on this, I never heard this information really like that, and just me being who I am, I gotta really know to embrace it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta experience it to really, what I'm saying? It's baby steps, little baby steps. Even now, right now, I'm not forcing things on myself, and I know better. You know what I'm saying? But I know better than to force things on myself too, because you end up deviating. You know what I'm saying? And that might break your confidence and stuff like that, and so many other things psychologically. Like, we are computers, it's crazy. Like, well, that's what they made the computer off of, us. You gotta remember that. But at the end of the day, man, it's enjoy yourself, man, because regardless of what it is, at the end of the day, you should definitely be enjoying yourself. You know what I'm saying? And having love, because time is the most valuable thing that we do have. So make sure you're having fun. Make sure you loving, you doing things that you ain't gonna regret. You know what I'm saying? You look, we all got that grit. We all that shouldn't even be a thought in the chosen, mind, and things like that, death and stuff like that. Like, that ain't a threat to us. You know what I'm saying? That we just want to do better and be better. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so do it make you happy. At the end of the day. But yeah, we do got to be better and take better care of ourselves. But it's a process, and like I said, man, enjoy yourself. Like, like, I felt lonely as fuck. Like, and I'm talking about with diet and everything. And I let it see one of my young brothers who on a fruitarian note, and he hardcore. You know what I'm saying? I like to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But yeah, a lot of people ain't gonna get it. Like he said it. Like I don't know nobody else who just eat fruit, and I hear the same conversations all the time. Nigga, people looking at me crazy. Like what? Like what? You just eat fruit? And it's like yeah, for the most part, yeah, it's fruit, and I'm happy as ever. You get that fruit diet, until somebody experiences it, they really don't know what it do to you spiritually, what it do to you. I never felt as happy as I did just eating fruit, man. That shit's so good. How can you be mad? You know what I mean? What can you be mad at? You gonna be mad at the most delicious what? It's like fruit is, you know what I mean? But my diet is trash compared now, and like still, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think the fruit is still in me. You know what I'm saying? Did something to me. No, but that fruitarian diet is something else, and just which I can't knock it. Like you know what I mean? I know the difference, and I would be a hypocrite to come on here and tell y'all something otherwise. But that's the beautiful thing too. Um, for for me to be able to speak from this side, unbiased, like a meat eater still. Like that's why I say the Most High, and it was conscious for me. It was a conscious decision to actually. We'll talk about that later another time because I don't want it to sound like excuses. So maybe when I correct a lot of shit, I'll come back and tell you. Because it just is what it is. I want people to embrace themselves. And at the end of the day, if I get out of here, because this ain't going to be too long, I think you could have the most beautiful diet and not be healing yourself. Because if you ain't healed mentally, you know what I'm saying? I don't think nothing else gonna work either. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. I believe you can have the most shit diet. Not saying you're just abusing your body, but I believe you can have the most shit diet and heal anything. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, the Nation tour, I heard Farrakhan speak on 1 meal a day of anything is healthier than 3 meals a day of the most healthiest shit there is. You know what I'm saying? So it is about, you managing your body as well. But yeah, like I had the most crazy experiences smoking cigarettes. I wasn't abusing cigarettes like I was just like 1, 2 a day. You know what I'm saying? But it's a difference. So it is a balance to this stuff, man. It is what it is. But if your heart pure, I'm telling you, I believe your heart can just heal everything. And I'm not talking about just the one in your chest, your mind. Like if your mind is pure, like I believe no disease can really exist once everything is online. Not you abusing your body, a little eating and definitely, but it just is what it is. But I ain't trying to be better in any way you think you can. You know what I'm saying? But again, man, like I say, tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. You can sit here and be stressing yourself out about this bullshit. Um, it ain't promised to nobody. I knew people with the most healthiest diets checked from other complications and stuff like that. That's why I say it all come back around to the whole. You gotta have this whole thing in tune, man. I think spiritually, you know, physically, everything. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing I can't. I was physically in shape. I'm working out and stuff like that too, and everything. And I think it is. The love gotta be there, man. It gotta be there, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause and then just having love for yourself. I think that's one of the biggest things I be battling with now. Just putting myself first. Haven't been doing that in a long time, but lately that's what I've been on. You know what I'm saying? And definitely if you're an empath, you somebody who that's one of your superpower. That's a superpower, and it's damn sure rare. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to just have sincere, 100% authentic love, that is valuable and is fucking rare, and we must understand that. yes, I think that's why most people don't believe that, because they don't know true love. They don't know true, like, you know what I'm saying, nothing but themselves. They be like, oh, I love my children. That's you. That's your children. Possessive. My children. And that's probably a complex too, where as though you're going to create a control mechanism in your mind. That's why I say all of this stuff got to be balanced. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about true love. And true love is like people you don't know, man. Like, I love it's so many people out here that's going through stuff that is crazy, and they don't know that somebody that don't even know them love them. You know what I'm saying? Just by them telling a story or showing a story, you will see how many people really love you, who identify with you. You know what I'm saying? I see some people just getting, and then it's a bunch of manipulators out here, man. You know what I'm saying? They, like, cause you know, I get on Facebook and like I be adding people because I be trying to, you know, expand my network and stuff like that. And you'll get people asking you for shit, like, oh, and they come with stories and shit like that. And I'm like, man, this ain't the way people who struggling are. They don't do this shit, and it seems like you do this shit every day, and some people actually making a job out of it. Like, they really just asking for shit. So like, that ain't how it work. And you know, it's just crazy. But then you'll see certain homeless people, and I just even want to give them money because they are doing the job. You know what I'm saying? I say this a lot, and I teach people this a lot. They ask why as some homeless people, I do take care of, because I kind of know their story, and some of them just, you know, you could tell they got a sincere heart. You know what I'm saying? They ain't out here just, you know, is they out here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And some you could just I don't know how to say it, but there's some people. But point blank, period, they doing a job, regardless of whoever they is. They doing a fucking job, and they teach me a lesson. You know, and I hope they teach you a lesson too. You know what I'm saying? Cause you can sit there and talk about them and everything, but you learned something because first of all you got to see an example of something you don't want to be like. You know what I'm saying? That just that alone, that's a job. You know what I mean? Them just being out there showing you that this could be you. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, in any situation. I don't care if they're addicted to drugs, whatever the case may be. I hope you see and learn from that person and value that person. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking down on them, actually value them and have gratitude that ain't you, because that could have been you. You know what I'm saying? All it take is one decision. You know what I'm saying? One person to manipulate you in some way or another. One person to cross you and put you in a bad situation. Or you, like I said, just take a decision. One person to lure you into thinking this is okay. And now you believe because you love that person, or you looked up to that person in some way, or you was fooled by that person in some way. Everybody was a victim. You know what I'm saying? Them people was a victim at one point from a bad friend or a person. It might not have been consciously. Maybe they just didn't know themselves. They got screwed over, and they just thought, okay, this is love. They don't know love, because real love is the unapologetic hypocrite. It's the actually crackhead that's telling you don't smoke crack, it's addictive, but you would rather judge them instead of listen. You know what I'm saying? You would rather be like, "Wish you smoke crack," so you won't just go do it too. You know what I'm saying? No, they telling you something, and you should listen to them. You should learn from them. And yes, they might deserve some money. I'm out of here.